Welcome to the Dr. Leadership Show, where we take a look at how you approach your work and personal life and how we can make the most out of both of them. A weekly get-together where we get real about self-improvement and development as we all make this not-so-easy journey through life. Our discussions will cover ideas and concepts from how to grow your career to how to lead your family towards prosperity and happiness. We don't pretend to know it all, and the doctor is the first to be vulnerable, discussing his own weaknesses, both past and present. This is about growing together and having some fun while we discuss what is happening in the crazy world we live in and how to make the most of it. Let's strive for awesome together. Let's get after it. Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Dr. Leadership Podcast. Hope you're having an awesome week. Happy Wednesday. For the subscribers, happy weekend. Getting access to this early, as always. Appreciate you checking in and being a member. So, quick kind of refresher here. Hey, last week, tons of good feedback on this one. Dr. Rob Leone episode hit last week. His company, Black River Performance Management, great organization. He's a professor. Has his doctorate out at Idaho State University. Great conversation around culture build and how to get the most out of your people. Great feedback on that. Next week, we'll be loading up Jim Carlo. He joins the show to discuss his brand new book, The 6 Pillars of Leadership, and a great episode talking to Jim as well. Eric Sharon joined us a couple weeks ago. That was to launch a brand new book that wasn't even released yet. I mean, we're on the cutting edge here, folks. I mean, join in often, tell your friends. This is where you find out what's coming, not what's happened. I mean, this is a hot one here, and that release is coming up. I think it happened on the 12th now that I think about it, and that book is called Have You Ever Had a Boss That? Great discussion on kind of the archetypes of different leaders. There's 9 types that Eric talks about. So check that book out. Give him a listen. And a great episode coming up. Cynthia Pong out of New York went to Brown University, got her law degree at NYU, and she's the founder of Embrace Change. She's coming on early next month. Going to have a great conversation with her about kind of diversity of thought, diversity of employees, how to get the most out of people. She helps a lot of people in their kind of mid-careers go up and onward, and does some coaching, etc. And then I've got a really big one. Can't give you the name yet. It's not completely firmed up. Got a meeting this week to try to firm it up, but a big, fantastic lady that I believe is going to come on the show in March as well. So look at the guests that we got going on. It is unbelievable, the content and the sharing that these people are agreeing to come on and do. So if you want to reach out with any feedback on any of the episodes you've heard, any of the episodes you'd like to hear something on, we can be reached. Don't forget, that is at drleadershipresults@gmail.com is the email. And if you want to check out the website, that is www.drleadershipresults.com. So on the website, you can go down and subscribe, and you can check it out and get on early. And for $5 a month, I mean, come on, folks, you can cancel at any time. Put it on your credit card. Do a little self-development. Remember in January when you started your New Year's resolutions, and you've probably already given in on those? Kick them back in gear now. Don't wait till January 1st next year. Kick them back in. Say, I'm going to do some personal development. I'm going to listen to some of these great interviews. I'm going to go out and I'm going to invest in my future. Pay the $5, guess what you do? You get access early, and then you listen to it because, hey, I'm invested a little bit. I'm dropping $60 large to the DR Leadership Show. I'm going to go out and I'm going to make sure I listen to the episodes. So last week, something resonated with me. Talked about Dr. Rob and my conversation, and it really gave me it allowed me to give a shout out for today's episode. And today's episode I'm calling Perspiration through Inspiration. Now, what in the hell do I mean by that? Dr. L, what are you talking about? Well, it's a simple concept, but a complex action plan that many individuals and leaders struggle with. So here's the base concept about perspiration through inspiration. People will work harder for themselves or for the boss or for their company when they're inspired. Deep, isn't it? You think it's simple, but are we acting on it? Are we acting on it? Let's face it, a fired up team plays harder. When we believe in our company and our own driving beliefs, I'll talk about this, how it can personally inspire you too. When we believe in our company and those driving personal beliefs, we fight hard. So the perspiration part of the title is the hard work. If you're inspired, you'll get into the perspiration aspect of it, right? You'll dig in deeper. You'll go to the wall. You'll go over the hill. Insert whatever analogy you want there. But if you are inspired, you will dive in deep. You will go hard. So let's start the conversation. And this could be a very, very deep. I'll touch on this some other episodes, I'm sure, down the road. But we're going to stay, I don't want to say superficial level, but we're going to stay at 30,000 foot here a little bit. So from a leader's standpoint, a leader's lens, let's talk about that first. How in the world can you be inspiring as a leader? Here's the overall thing that I see happen inside a leadership where they miss the big picture boat. This is a wide aperture lens that I'm talking about here. Many bosses aren't very inspiring. They instead focus more on the end result numbers and make decisions around the result instead of focusing on the attitudes and the desire state of the team. You know, the inputs that lead to the result. They focus to the bottom line or maybe to the expense to revenue ratios and go, it's not good enough. Well, if you concentrate on upstream items, you're going to get better outcomes. It would look something like this, right? Hey, the P&L says we aren't making enough money and our results aren't where they need to be. So we're going to have to make more cuts. You ever heard that? Now, in the federal government right now, we're finding out that there's lots of cuts that need to happen. It is, you want to talk about not inspired towards what our government has become over the last 30 years? Wow. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you aren't paying attention. Change the channel from whatever you're hearing right now that this is a constitutional crisis. It's not. Everybody should be fired up that they found $2.7 trillion being spent or sent for programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security to people that don't exist, aren't even in the country. Aren't some of the Social Security stuff, people, there's hundreds of thousands they found that are over 150 years old if they're still alive. Someone's cashing the checks. They found that we've sent to foreigners Medicaid payments. It's unbelievable. So someone's not watching the P&L enough there. Back to today's point. If we don't do more cuts, we aren't going to make it. That's what the bosses are typically thinking. Now let's give you the other side of the coin. As a leader, what you need to do is think this way. Hey, how come we aren't getting the profit expectations met? How come the result is what it is? Not that that's a fixed result and we've got to cut. What is happening upstream to make us miss expectations? What are our people facing that is holding them back? What do our products not do that they need to do to become more competitive? Do our people have a confidence or trust in us as leaders or the company as whole that put them in a defensive mindset in the field? A defensive mindset in the field. Disaster's coming. Over the horizon, just out of reach, is failure coming at you quick. Because see, if the team doesn't believe in the company, the cause of the company, the people of the company, or they don't trust you as a leader, that you have their back, they won't attack the field with high confidence. And a desire to achieve will not be there. To get to the goals won't be on their mind. Why? They aren't inspired. See, inspiration leads to perspiration. Perspiration through inspiration. Look at it. Put either word first. One is associated directly to the other. You might have the best product in the world. But are you inspiring the teams to believe that they have the best product in the world? You might have the best service team in the world if you're a service industry, the best integrators, the best whatever in the world. But if your team members don't know how to deliver that message to their prospects and their customers, then you will not be able to charge a premium for those services or those products. See, what we do is we launch stuff to our teams, and we think that they're going to take it and run. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. They should. Self-development's very critical. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But assuming that they understand the value proposition and assuming they understand the differentiators, assuming they understand why you should charge more, assuming they understand how to deliver a message to charge more to drive the P&L results you want, is a misstep. Marketing is not doing enough, but marketing isn't responsible for the end result either. So you as a leader have to ensure that you're putting inspirational steps through the launch process, that you're empowering your team members with the ability and the messages to deliver to customers and prospects that come across inspired. All I know is that when I'm fired up in front of a client, the outcomes are more favorable more often. Confidence leads to customers buying in. People want to be inspired by their service providers. People want to feel comfortable and that you got game. So you got to be comfortable telling them you got game. And how you do that is you're inspired. You're inspired. As a leader, this is numero uno on the top of your list of things to do every single day. Is my team's mindset in the right spot? Are they ready to go to war? Are they empowered? Have we given them the tools? Have we given them the messaging? Do we have proof sources? Is our overall message driving it into the field through social media? Is the story there? Because if it is, they're going to be inspired. If they're inspired, they're going to work harder. When they work harder, you bring more deals home. You make more customer friends. You bring more profitability in the organization. See, as a leader, focus on the attitudes of your teams. The outcomes are going to come. A couple key components here. And this is coming on Jim Carlo's episode next week. He talks about these pillars to drive efficient leadership. A couple of them, honesty and integrity. Here's another big one. I've been doing this a long time. I'm about to retire. I'm retiring March 31st. I've got, nobody's counting, I've got 23 work days left because I'm taking some vacation. Wife and I are heading to Europe this week. Going over to Portugal, going to check it out. But lead, this is for all the leaders out there. And this is to the executive level too. Lead from the damn field, not the office. I was on a great appointment this week, out in front of customers. Flew down to Atlanta, drove on down to Columbus, Georgia, had great meetings. I'm fired up. Had a really rough time getting down there. Hotel's air was out, had to change hotel. Train from the airport to the rental car place was down. Had to wait in a line for buses for an hour. Got to the hotel, air's done. Get on with my travel group, they can't get an approval. Go to Marriott, I check in, unpack, get everything done, change into my shorts and my t-shirt, lay down. It's now almost midnight, going to watch a little TV. TV's broke. Repack, get redressed, go downstairs, get another room assigned to me, haven't eaten. Guess what? Got up, fired up though, because I'm in the field. Be a leader in the field, not the office. Go out and face the fight with your teams. Guess what happens? You inspire them. They trust you. They want to go over the hill with you. They think you're in it with them. They don't look at you as the ivory tower guy or gal. They look at you as one of them. If you get that, then you can ask them to work harder. Then you can inspire them, and they will perspire for you and go get it done. It's like getting the crowd into the home games. This is why everyone has a home field advantage. In football, it's automatic 3 points. Now, it might be that the other team's 30 points better than you, so the line's only going to be 27 points because even Vegas gives 3 points on the home field. It's because of the attitude in the building. It's because everyone's fired up. It's because you're inspired. We're going to win one for the Gipper. We're going to win one for the fans. Doesn't matter that we're playing Ohio State. We're going to take them on. Not many people are successful at that, but you get the idea. Lead from the field. Be inspiring. Show in the battle. Show them how to deliver the message. Sometimes you got to lead the horse to water. Sometimes you got to show them what you mean by being inspirational in front of the customer. Sometimes you got to show them how to deliver a message on why you're the best. Then they can ask for more money for the similar product and services. And what's really the point there is it isn't similar product and services if you deliver the message right. Yours is better. Charge more. You pay more for a Cadillac than you do a Chevy. You pay more for a Lamborghini than you do a Corvette. Now that is up to each individual preference, but the better the perceived product and services because of inspiration of the campaign that you've been delivered, the more you can charge for it. So as a leader, get in the field. Now I want to talk to you about, I told you I was going to talk to you about individuals. How can you drive your own perspiration in life? I talk about the 6 inches between our ears often. This is all about the 6 inches between your own ears. What is your why? Go look up the TED Talk. It's a great one. But what is your why? Why do you get up every morning and go slay the dragon? Loved ones, children? Who are you going to battle for? Family? Like I said, loved ones? Maybe you're working towards buying your first house. That's a big endeavor these days. You better be damn inspired. Might have to have 2 jobs. Might have to work 60-hour weeks instead of 40-hour weeks. Might need to not spend so much money socially. Might need to make different decisions. Do you really want to own a house? Or do you just want to say you're working towards owning a house? 2 very different things. Got to be inspired for the friggin' call to action. Lots of people are raring to go, but not many can go for raring. Life is hard. It can either be hard now or it can be hard later. This is what I talk to my kids about all the time. Put your nose down. 24 years old to 30 years old, most important 6 years of your life. Have fun, but do it in a regulated manner and put as much money away as possible. Because when you see that bank account up high, you're inspired to keep going. How can you become inspired? Your boss, hopefully, is good at helping here, as we just discussed. Hopefully they're concentrating on getting in the field. Hopefully they're concentrating on helping you with messaging. Hopefully your company is doing the right things there. But personal inspiration and personal perspiration, it's all an attitude and it's all a mindset. As we have said before, over and over again, marketing is not responsible for your development. Marketing is responsible for getting the messaging out through grander mechanisms than you yourself may have. Get into social media. Develop an instance on social media. Develop yourself as an expert. Make lots of friends. Reach out to your prospects. Follow your prospects. Understand what their goals and outcome desires are. Drive inspiration and perspiration towards what you need to be successful. But marketing is not responsible for your development. You are. Personal development leads to the skills needed, but personal mindset is what leads to that perspiration, which leads to the positive outcome, which leads to ongoing inspiration, which leads to momentum and a healthy cycle of continuous improvement and continuous growth. If you're waiting for somebody to handle life for you, you are going to wait a long time. If you are willing to go hard, life is going to come to you as you set out to accomplish it. It's that simple. Wish it was different. Wish everyone got to snap the fingers and, oh, look, the bank account's full. Oh, look, the house is paid for. Oh, look, I'm retiring early. I'm retiring at 57 years old. It's not a braggadocious statement. Took a lot of goddamn work. Took dedication to saving. Took dedication to not going out and eating dinner 4 nights a week. Took dedication to saying no. I hate the Joneses. I don't try to keep up with them. I don't have FOMO, fear of missing out. I set my own standards. I don't need someone else to set the standards of what I need to be seen doing to be cool. I'm very confident and comfortable in my own skin. My wife and I are a team. Set your sights on the goal and then act like you want to achieve the goal. Be inspired towards your end outcome. Continuous growth. What you are today is not what you need to be tomorrow. Promise you. The world is changing at light speed. You got to be on leading edge of self-development every single hour of every single day. Listen. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Use them in proportion. Watch. Look at those around you that are successful. Put them in your tribe. Don't hang out at the coffee pot. Don't wait for your boss to be inspiring at first. I talk to the leaders. They need to do that on their own. That's their own attitude and mindset. They have to become inspired to be inspiring. But you can't count on them. There's very, very few really good leaders. So, note to self, you got to be responsible for your own well-being here. Same thing if you're approaching your marriage or being a parent or anything else. Be inspiring towards your relationship. Be thankful. Be appreciative. Don't be self-centered. Don't be down on people for being successful. Be happy for people being successful. Hang out with successful people. Don't try to be the tallest short person. Be the tallest tall person. And then inspire others. Share the attitude. Share the mindset. Because, man, when players on Ohio State, players on Notre Dame, players on Alabama, players on the Iowa Hawkeyes, yeah, I put them in the same group. Hey, everybody get a look at Cooper DeJean in the Super Bowl, pick 6. Yeah, Iowa Hawkeye. It's mindset. He didn't play for the best team, but he was the best cornerback in the damn country. But he had great inspirational people around him that drove belief, hard work, got him ready for the pros. May not win 12 games every year. We do that about every 5 years, but we win 9 or 10 every damn year. And we're always in the conversation. Just need a quarterback, man. We got to find. I want to inspire Coach Ferentz to find a quarterback. But the point here is that when you are working at anything in life, if you drive at it and you're serious about accomplishing the goals, be self-inspired. Drive perspiration and hard work. The outcomes will come. If you're a leader, back to you, focus on culture and attitudes. Remove barriers. Find a defining message of let's go over the hill. Show people you're in it for them, not in it for yourself. Don't try to be the smartest person in the world. Be the best listener in the room. Ask for feedback. Feedback's a gift if we choose to accept it. That's leaders, that's individuals, that's all of us. If you're an individual contributor, then buy a book on mindset. Watch TED Talks. I got an idea. Go out and learn your products and services. Check it out. Get deep into it. Don't just look at the brochure. Don't go to the launch and go, yeah, it looks pretty cool, and go out and sell them the same thing. Hey, new year, new model. No, man. What are the differentiators between you and your competition? Here's an idea. Learn your competitors. See, if you know the competitors' stuff better, there's a lot of lazy people over there. If you know the competitors' capabilities better than they do, you're going to win. Because what you do is you set up the conversation around your strengths. You inspire the end buyer towards your products and services. Become personally inspired for greatness. That attitude is infectious, and your customers will see and feel it. People, just as naturally, this is a human instinct. People want to be a part of where they think the action is. There's a whole lot of trend followers, not a whole lot of trend setters. I sit in front of my customers and go, most popular inkjet press in the world, BC 40,000. The reason is, it's the best product in the world. All these other people can't be wrong. Why are you not in the club? Get in the boat. If you don't make this decision, you're making a wrong decision. So become where the action is. Make them think and believe that you and your company, as a leader, make your people believe that you're the only company to be working for. If you're an individual contributor, make your customer and prospect believe that you and your company are the only right decision. If you do this, you're going to be really damn successful. This will make you feel awesome. Then keep that shit up. Talk next week.